joined this afternoon by baseball head coach Will Sanborn. Coach, about to begin your 23rd year, just a couple days from now. Hard to believe, looking out the window, that this Saturday you're going to be out playing on a grass field in Georgia.
It is hard to believe, particularly when you look out the window and what Mother Nature's hit us with in the last 3 weeks. But we're happy to be on the road this weekend and get the season underway. I think what we're doing here with our spring travel is tremendously exciting because we might be doing something that nobody's ever done in New England baseball. Take 3 actual southern trips. I'm not talking about driving to New York or New Jersey. I'm talking about flying to Georgia, North Carolina, and Florida. To take 3 legitimate big-time trips and play great competition. I think this is it's kind of a real breakthrough year for us. I've never heard of anybody doing it before, and it's just something that we're real proud of the fact that the institution supports our efforts to do stuff like this. We have a great group of alums and family and friends that support us. We do a ton of fundraising and people come through for us, and now we can make it a reality for our players.
So with the early start, it likely gave you less preparation than you're used to in the past years. How do you feel your team is stacking up with preparation?
I really feel good about it. Number one, we had a great fall season, so I think we were, well prepared coming off from that. That's 4 really important weeks for us. Guys worked tremendously hard in the off season. I think this is some of the best commitment we've had in the weight room and in our throwing program in the off season. Our pitchers came back. It's already been early to mid-November. I think we're right where we want to be right now. I'm excited about where our team's at. I think we're ready to play, find out some things.
The weight room is a real important tool and can really be used to help you as far as staying healthy and getting stronger, faster, more athletic. But this year, I think the young guys really bought into that. They didn't need a lot of prodding from us to, hey, you got to get in there. It was kind of right away in the fall. As soon as we got our program, they jumped right in there.
Well, I think we've got strong leadership. First of all, we've got good leadership with our captains and our seniors. These are guys that have made a tremendous commitment to what we're trying to do, and I think they do a nice job kind of passing that down to the younger guys and bringing them along as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by how much they just absorb all the information that they're given. I remember when I was a freshman, it was overwhelming trying to learn all these systems and all these signs and whatnot. But they've done a great job and they all have good stuff. And I like the way when I'm catching them, I can go out there and give them constructive criticism, and they'll buy in and try to improve on the next pitch and in their work ethic. So it's fun.
I think there's a pretty good balance to our roster. We've got a good veteran presence, but there's some young, talented guys there too that if they come along quickly, hopefully it all comes together into a team that can get out there and win some baseball games. But I really like the culture and the chemistry of the ball club right now. They fit together really well.
Commit to the grind. A nice video that was put out by a sports information intern. Kind of something that you thought about, and it was a neat way to look at things.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we've tried to do this year is really drill down on what our identity is, both as a team and as individuals within the team. And I think this was something just to help us focus on that a little bit more and focus on what is important. It's got 2 basic elements. One is commitment, and the level of commitment that we have, that's key to the kind of success we're going to have. And then in baseball, grinding it out is such a part of the baseball vernacular now. But to us, really what that means is focusing on the process.
I think this year we got a pretty experienced team. Even with that group of sophomores, a lot of those guys are pretty experienced now. By the time the regional rolled around last year, we had 3 or 4 freshmen out there. So now those guys are sophomores and they got a lot of playing time and they're pretty confident players. So I think the whole team, we go down to regional now, we see the teams who are down there. We've played all of them over the last 2 or 3 years, and I think there was one of those years, every regional team we've beaten at least once over the last 2 or 3 years, so we know we can play with those guys. Last year we went 2-2, but we played 4 really good games. We were in all of them.
A lot of it has to do with the passion that we we all have to take not just ourselves but the program to the next level. And not only do it for us, but do it for the alumni that haven't been fortunate enough to get there. I know that's something that I feel, and I want to do it for Coach, I want to do it for us, I want to do it for the alumni. I'd love to make people proud to take this program to that next level that it hasn't been to before.
Well, I think the recipe is the same that it is for success in anything in life. It's hard work, it's doing things the right way, it's believing in yourselves and the people you're working with, and we try to keep things really simple in that regard. And one important part of it is never looking in the rearview mirror at the things you've done, because that'll distract you from what's coming at you right down the road. So,
speaking for myself, I've been privileged to play with a lot of great players. Even when we all came in as freshmen, we came in with a very talented group, a very talented team. So just learning from what they did, learning the mental side of it, even the physical side of the game, has helped. I can say has helped me. I can probably say that's helped them too. But definitely been fortunate enough to been around a lot of talented guys, and to be able to contribute to that definitely means the world to me.
Yeah, just to go along with what they said, the leaders and the role models we've had in the past and right now, they really taught us how to prepare. They've taught us how to, I know Coach would say, enjoy the process. We're not going to go out there and just focus on the final outcome. We're going to enjoy everything along the way. So I think that's been huge.
Yeah, I think individually it's important, because if a young man can know his role on a team, I think that really can help him to be happy and satisfied and feel that he's making a positive contribution. But then as a team, we're also trying to determine what that is. And we have a start on it, but the season's going to help to reveal that too, as to what type of team we are, what we're good at, what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are. I think really a strength, hopefully, is it's a well-rounded team. I like our team that way. I think we've got good, strong pitching. We've got veteran pitching. We should have some strong starters, some good, solid relievers. We're hoping some young guys come along in the pitching department. Our lineup should be strong, and we should play good defense. So, I think that's a good identity for a baseball team, is that it can be a well-rounded team. And hopefully there are different ways that we can find to win every day. I think when you talk about the end of a season, one thing is just there's no easing into it. You don't ease into the end of a season. Unless you're that one team that wins the national championship, you lose and it's done. It's over. And that, hopefully sharpens everybody's focus a little bit, that they understand that. And that's why you want to keep it going as long as you can. Not necessarily for the trophies or the accolades or for the conference championship or whatever it is, but it becomes just the idea that you want to keep playing. You want to keep this group together and keep them going.
At the end of your junior year, going into your last year, you kind of just realize, wow, this is probably the last year I'm going to be able to do this. So really kind of try to enjoy every day of the preparation. That's, I know for me personally, that's what I enjoy, is just preparing for the season. That's a lot of fun.
We refer to it as committing to the grind, but we realize that it's our last hoorah, basically. So we enjoy going down here every weekend at 7:30, because we're not going to get to do that again for the rest of our life. But it's fun. You gotta enjoy it.
This program has just meant a lot to each and every one of us. There's a reason we obviously came here. There's a reason why we're still here, and it's just because of all the people around, all the stuff that, fans will come out, people will come out and see the games, but there's a lot of work we put in, and it's fun work. It's hard work sometimes, but we enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, Coach Sanborn has put a lot into this program, and that translates to us, but we appreciate everything about this program from our teammates, coaches, even the SJC community and all the support they give us. And definitely this being the last year, you tend to realize that appreciation even more.
We really try to avoid looking ahead and saying, okay, this team can win another conference championship or go to regional, win the regional or whatever. Because again, I think that's sort of in the back of everybody's mind, but yet you know, you don't want that to distract you from the process. So, you know, one of the things I tell our guys sometimes is we might not win a game all year. And that's one way to look at it, that every game is a battle, every game's a challenge, and if you get too far ahead of yourself, you're liable to wonder how you just lost 5 in a row. So.
Maybe having them put themselves in our shoes. I know I did that last year when I threw in the regional. You know, I wanted to do it for that senior class. I wanted to help them keep playing. So if they take pride in that and maybe say, you know, what if this was my last year? How would I approach it? How would I want to help out that junior, senior class in any way that I can?
It feels like yesterday we were freshmen. It's just crazy on time. I wish it could just slow down. And I know this season, once it gets started, it's just going to fly right by. But we're going to enjoy every second of it.
And it really doesn't hit you until probably the last game of your freshman year when you see all the seniors crying after they played the last game of their career that this is it. But I think they'll realize when we're talking to them, we're telling them this is our last shot, they can kind of see it in our eyes. I think that we want it real bad, and I think that it'll click with them.